Welcome to Bluebird Enterprises.
What's up, everyone? So I decided to kind of cut the buffing video off and, kind of get to some assembly, because I think assembly is a little more interesting. And I've been working, I got this kind of together. I got this fairing on here, it looks pretty sweet. So I got doors on this thing. It's coming along. I tried to frickin' put this vinyl on this tail light, and I'll tell you what, it did not come out perfect. So I think I'm gonna give it to my window tinting guy. He also does, smokes tail lights and stuff. So I'm gonna have him do that, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple time lapses of me putting this thing together. So one thing I'll show you real quick what I did with these. So these are like eBay parts. They're usually kind of, you get what you pay for. They're cheap, have some manufacturing issues is what I'll say. So I'll show you a video or a picture. It had like, these little plastic, you can kind of see where it was. Oh, here they are. Had these plastic things on here, and right when I opened the box, they're broken. So I made these little brackets and then put the screw through there. Came out pretty good. That allows you to kind of adjust it up and down. So that came out pretty sweet. And I also got these smoked turn signal lenses. So I'll show you guys a little time lapse of me putting it in these, or putting it in the bumper, and probably another time lapse of getting this bumper put on this car. Stuff's coming together. It's looking pretty freaking awesome. I'm stoked with how the paint came out. Definitely that orange peel situation sucked, but overall it came out pretty good. I'm no expert, and I'm happy with it. You can always do more buffing and sanding and buffing down the road if your heart desires, or put another coat of clear if you're really, feeling motivated. So yeah, look forward to these time lapses. All right, so when I took this apart, it has these push fasteners, and I broke a couple of them when I took it apart. So what I did, over here, I got some fender washers and just some 1/4-inch bolts, and I put it in there, and that should work good. So now it's time to put this bad boy on here. Get a little time lapse of me putting it on there. It might take a little while because there's a little bit of uncertainty, whenever you're installing something. We'll see how it fits to this new quarter. Hopefully it fits tight. Fingers crossed, but you'll see the process. Alright, got this rear bumper on. Looks freaking sweet. Still got to put these little fasteners in here, but I had to put this together to kind of see what it looks like. I'll probably end up, having a tinter do these lights, as I said. Take that vinyl off, have him do it kind of professionally, but God, it looks so sweet. All put together. It looks freaking awesome. So next up on the docket is getting these fog lights in here. So I'm going to work on, I got the fog lights from eBay, and these are a little large. So I'm going to grind them and kind of slide them in there, and then put the fog lights and turn signals on this front bumper. Should look pretty cool. And then I got to probably throw the fenders on and then put that front bumper on. I'm going to leave the hood off because I still got to re-ring the motor. So, yeah, we're making freaking good progress. Looks dope. So I'm fired up. Might not sound fired up, but I am. And I'm really happy that these doors, this one fits a lot better than the other side, but I'm happy that they fit all right. Everything's coming together decent. Because I did replace, you saw I replaced this quarter panel. It's all put back together, and it fits pretty damn good. I'm fired up. Alright, so I got the fender on here. Looks freaking awesome. I'm pretty freaking stoked on how this is coming out. Every panel I put on, it looks better. So, it's exciting. So I still got to kind of repaint that fender over there, and then I'll throw it on the other side. Pretty much calling it a night. Probably tomorrow I'll try, what will I try to do? I'll probably try and fit up this right hand, what's it called, side skirt over there. I still gotta paint these. So that's on the docket. And also probably, like I said, try and get that fender painted. It's coming together. Looks sweet. All right, so I got the shop kind of cleaned up, got everything organized, put away that table over there that was on those pedestals, and kind of got it all cleaned up, vacuumed, looks good. Kind of making some space because I am doing some painting in here. Pretty exciting, should be second to last little paint job. So I'm painting this mirror right here, got it all sanded. And one thing I will say is if you're gonna be painting, like I'm gonna be putting sealer on this, and I made sure I'm just gonna spray a little blue on here because I sanded through. And if I'm gonna be spraying sealer, I don't want it to have overspray on this thing, so I kind of covered it with some plastic. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of blue on here, just in this spot, and then clear coating it. So should be good. Here comes the time lapse. All right, so when you're spraying color coat, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but you just want to make sure it's even on there. And for the first coat, be nice and light, just make it kind of a tack coat, and then, you know, get kind of a little bit wet, but you never want it to be like a clear coat where it's like wetted out, because if you get a run in it, then you basically got to let it dry and start over. So keep it nice and light, but make sure you have full coverage. All right, so the mirror came out about perfect, but one thing I will say is when you're starting to spray clear on and it starts looking really good, you got to be careful because you can get too excited, or at least for me, and then I start spraying it on so heavy, and then it, you know, it starts running, and it just bites you right in the butt. So when you're spraying clear, just even coats, right? Just wet enough. If you put it on too wet, it's gonna give diminishing returns. So keep that in mind when you are spraying clear. Hey, thanks for stopping into the Bluebird Enterprises YouTube channel. If you like what you saw, give me a big thumbs up, and hopefully you're leaving with a bigger smile than you came in with.